Hi there, CompTIA partners. I'm Kelly from CompTIA. I'll be your host today, and we're talking about the upcoming Partner Summit, which is July 28th through the 30th. I have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, Todd?
Hi, I'm Todd Thibodeaux. I'm the president and CEO of CompTIA. Glad to be with you here today.
Thanks for making the time for this broadcast today. So first of all, why did we choose to make the Partner Summit an online adventure?
Well, since we've all been going through quite a bit of an adventure here the last few months, it makes the most sense to not have face-to-face events. Very few of those are happening in the industry, if at all. So it makes perfect sense to bring everyone together online in a great online forum using state-of-the-art software and tools to be able to bring great collaboration, great content, and really help you understand the CompTIA ecosystem in the best way we can, given the current circumstances.
Seems to be working very well for us in other facets. So that's something exciting to look forward to for sure. So what's the theme for this year?
So we're really trying to look at what the next wave in reskilling is. And recently I gave a presentation where I talked about 5 things that have to really change in the training industry to adopt to this future. And if we're going to be moving away from a classroom-based setting, the virtual environment has to kind of reinvent itself, and not believing that the classroom is the gold standard anymore, but that we can create a gold standard in the online world. So I think you'll hear some about that, including some of the tools that we're developing to make that easier. We're going to talk a lot about being able to create task-driven models for training, not necessarily always training around a set of topics like a table of contents for a book, but identify the sets of tasks that people need to be able to complete and need to be able to do, and make training for that future. This idea that college may become minimized to some extent in the future, and that there's greater opportunity for people who are training for direct pathways to careers, I think is something that we want to be part of this theme. And then the economic conditions that exist out there might help drive some of that forward. People finding themselves in vulnerable positions over these last few months, maybe looking for some career fields that have a little greater future opportunity and less potential downside. So I think that all kind of adds up to a very fluid but opportunistic environment and situation for people that are in the CompTIA ecosystem and are part of training people into entry level and all the way up to expert level jobs in the industry.
Absolutely. So who do you think that this content is designed for? Who should join us?
Well, I mean, it's really meant for academic, commercial trainers, government staff, corporate learning, anybody who's in that CompTIA ecosystem. And wherever we are in the world, whatever markets we're kind of going after, we're going after that same type of audience. So we're going to try to develop content, have sessions, have information that's applicable to all those environments, because all those different sectors are undergoing tremendous change right now. We don't know how many students are going to be going back to physical classrooms in the fall. We don't know how many college campuses are going to be open. We don't know how many corporate learning centers are going to be open. So as a partner in the CompTIA ecosystem, you really have to be prepared for really any alternative. If there's the opportunity to train face-to-face, yeah, you want to be prepared for that, and you want to be bringing the best of breed solutions to that environment. But if most of your customers are going to continue to be virtual in the coming months and well into the future, you need to get yourself set for that. So I think all those same dynamics are going to be hitting all those markets. So we want to make sure that all of our audiences come and take advantage of the information that we're going to have that help equip them for that future.
It certainly is a good time to be thinking about the future. The world has changed, and this event is changing with it. So what can our partners look forward to at the Partner Summit?
Sure. Well, the best thing is it's free. It's going to be flexible, and it's going to be on demand. So the ability to watch live sessions, the ability to then stream those sessions after the fact. If you've double booked yourself and there's something you really want to see, you're going to be able to go back and take a look at that information. We're going to honor all of our great partners for the work that they've done, and we can't thank them enough for the work they've done over these last few months to get themselves transitioned from primarily classroom face-to-face driven model into a virtual instructor-led delivery model. I think they made that change very rapidly and efficiently. So we're going to recognize those individuals who have done this. This is a global event too. This is a global registration. We have 1,000 people registered already from over 53 countries. And you know, CompTIA set a record in 2019 in terms of the number of countries and global territories where we sold at least one voucher or some piece of training. The agenda itself is going to have 2 main tracks. There's going to be an instructor best practice track, and then an IT workforce trends track, and then some general sessions around those 2 things. So you should be able to get a lot of diversity, a lot of different perspective, and a lot of information from those two. But in terms of instructors having to change their roles and techniques, moving from a classroom environment to an online environment, I was just having lunch with someone today, and they were talking about making that transition. This person teaches graduate level MBA classes, and he said he almost needs to relearn how to teach in the virtual environment because he had spent so many years doing face-to-face. So I think some things there. Obviously, there's tremendous amount of networking and community that can take place around this, whether you're working within the sessions, whether you're posting to the bulletin boards, taking advantage of all the great social media opportunities that we have as part of this. There'll be a solution showcase with virtual exhibits where partners can learn more about our programs and our products and services, because we got a lot of really interesting stuff that we're working on right now, stuff that's in the market, and some stuff that maybe you'll hear about that we're going to be working on over the next few months to bring even better things. And we've moved entirely to online testing as our primary means of delivering exams now, away from the in-person testing. Those things are opening back up, but they don't constitute the majority yet, and may not ever again in the future in terms of the number of exams. So you have to be aware of how that all works so you can explain it to your customers and to your students. If you attend at least 80% of the sessions, you're going to get a digital badge that you can display in your social media profile that will tell other people that you're the most informed that you can be about our products and services and about things that are happening in the industry, because we want to make sure to bring a mix of that. We want to tell you about the things that we're doing, but we also want to tell you about the trends and things that we're seeing out there. So there's lots of great opportunities to get involved, to share that message, to share what you're learning with other people out there in the world.
Right, this industry is always changing, and this is a wonderful way to connect with each other, connect with what's next, and really think about how much we've gone through in just the first half of the year. It's crazy. So how can partners get involved?
Sure. So the first thing is get registered. Get registered to come to the event, then attend live or take the on-demands and share them with yourself. You might even bring together a group of people in your own organization and watch the content together. Maybe some people didn't have the time to come and do it live, maybe several people in your organization. So if one person is going to attend the live stuff, we hope that 10 people in the organization view the online content. That would be terrific. But we want as many people as possible to register and take advantage of the material that's there during the day. Closer to the date of the event website will have different ways to interact with the content as well, and various resources that in the solution showcase will be available for people to schedule time with CompTIA staff to talk about our products and services and to learn more about what we're doing. So take advantage of that pre-registration opportunity. I think that's a terrific chance to get some one-on-one time with some of our folks so they can really give you deep dives on some of the new products and services we're bringing out.
Awesome. And before we conclude this broadcast today, Todd, what are you looking forward to at the Partner Summit?
Well, I'm really interested to see how the community engages in this kind of environment, whether it's through the social media, whether it's through the tools that are provided as part of the digital event, but to see what kinds of pervasiveness we can get that we haven't necessarily seen from an in-person event. So we did an event, we've been doing virtual events for several years now, so we've become a little bit of an expert in doing these, but this is a whole new ballgame because you're getting people to come to virtual events today that probably haven't attended a tremendous number of them. So it'll be interesting to see how those people behave, how they spread the word, what kinds of multipliers we get from having all the people send out the content, listings, links, all the different hashtags they might be using to do that. But then we want to encourage people to attend as many sessions as possible. So it'll be interesting to see what kinds of rates we get for how many people come and participate throughout the day. What's the total number of active attendees that we have at any one time during the event? The first couple that we've done so far and other ones we've done this year, very good rates where people come in and hundreds of people stay active throughout the entire period of the event and really take advantage of it. So if you want to separate yourself from other people who are partners of CompTIA, I think the best way to do that is to take advantage of as much, become as well informed about what we're doing, our products and services, and how you can take advantage of them so you can best explain those to your potential learners, because the chances are you're going to get a whole wave of people coming to you to want to take learning, want to take training that have never been in this space before. So we may get a whole bunch of people who don't know as much about CompTIA, don't know as much about what it means to train and prepare for an IT career. So as well as you can be prepared to communicate that to your potential customers and learners, you'll be in a better position to earn those people's business. And we hope that's a big part of what the event gives to you as an attendee.
Thank you so much for this overview, Todd. There's certainly a lot to look forward to, and it starts with registration. Make sure you visit CompTIA.org/partner summit to get registered. We're looking forward to seeing you on July 28th. So until then, thanks for tuning in and take care.